At 3 p.m., while sitting at his desk staring at his computer, Tom looks up and says, "It's time. Time to get my act together and plan to retire. But where do I start?" Think of retirement as a puzzle. A puzzle is made up of intricate pieces that can even be intimidating. They require time and patience. Retirement is much the same. We think about retirement and realize that it's a big deal. However, let's be honest, some of us avoid planning for retirement because of the unknown. Therefore, we procrastinate planning. Are you feeling confused every time you think about retirement? Poor decision making before federal retirement can affect the rest of your life. Are you looking to gain clarity so you can retire? If so, you're in the right place. Typically, a federal employee is concerned over the following. What if I retire and run out of money? Will I have enough money to sustain my current lifestyle? What should I do with my thrift savings plan? How can I minimize the impact of taxes? If I work after retirement, how will that impact me? The list of concerns is never ending. The lack of clarity could cost a federal employee their future. One federal employee stated, "I never understood what I had until I started planning." Are you worried about retiring and then running out of money because you were not prepared for a new season of life? Retirement takes determination. Like Tom, decide today, not tomorrow, that it is the time to start planning for your future. In order to gain clarity so you can retire, just follow these 3 simple steps. Step number 1, understand your federal benefits. Federal employees approaching retirement often say, "If I knew then what I know now, when I started working for the government, I would have done some things differently. I just got so caught up being a mom and working 40 hours a week that I lost track of time." Well, your federal benefits package is complex and it's abundant. It's important to have an understanding of your federal benefits throughout the changing seasons of your federal career. Having a strong knowledge base of these benefits allows federal employees to make any necessary adjustments that may be needed along their federal journey. Retirement Benefits Institute is here to provide federal employees with the knowledge base needed to get the most out of their federal benefits. We encourage you to seek federal benefits support through our blogs, our articles, online trainings, live trainings, and so on. These resources are designed for you to gain clarity so you can retire, which is step number 2. Exchange confusion for clarity. Retiring from the federal government takes time, patience, and hard work. There are many aspects of retirement to consider, and it can be overwhelming. Keep in mind that federal retirement is different for each household. What works for one federal employee may not work the same for the next. We are all familiar with water cooler talk. This is when a handful of co-workers gather around and share stories of decisions they have made. An example of water cooler talk is Frank, a 60-year-old CSRS employee, was chatting one afternoon with Chris, a 45-year-old FERS. The two were discussing how to invest in the TSP, and Chris encourages Frank to be a risky investor with his TSP. The danger here is that Frank may or may not be a risk taker. He needs to first determine his investor profile before making these types of decisions. It's important that we be true to ourselves always. In this case, it is especially true that Frank should invest his TSP based on who he is as an investor, not based on who Chris is. We're all guilty when it comes to engaging in water cooler talk. That is why it's vital to exchange confusion for clarity. Find out today what works best for your federal retirement. And then finally, step 3, you need to be ready to retire. Who wants to be like Tom, to have a light bulb moment that working is not what a federal employee wants to do for the rest of their life? Granted, some folks enjoy working, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, wouldn't you like to have the satisfaction of knowing that you can walk out the door at any time? Doing homework now to gain clarity so you can retire will only bring you closer to being ready to retire. Retirement Benefits Institute has assisted thousands of federal employees just like you to gain clarity so you can retire. All that it takes is putting one foot in front of the other. In fact, after speaking with a financial professional, some federal employees have been able to retire sooner than they imagined. Now is the time to develop innovative strategies to help gain clarity so you can retire. All you have to do is follow the links on this page and we'll be glad to help you further. Thank you.